What is going on? Hit the like button, the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell. You don't want to miss out on that one. Notification bell, vital. Is it overlooked or underlooked? Is there an underlooked? Is that a thing? Anyways, I say hit the notification bell because I go live every weekday. And a lot of the subscribers, I believe, have hit it. There's no way to tell on my end. But I know because once I go live, they join up and they get up in the chat. Hold on. My apologies. Sorry. I said sorry like I'm Canadian. From Canada. We're going to talk about Canada. But hit that notification bell. Back to what I was saying. Hit the notification bell because you can just join up once I go live. And I do go live every weekday. So make sure when you hit the subscribe button. By the way, we're on to 1340. Thank you very much. Everybody who has hit subscribe. Salute to you. Respect. Thanks for joining the family. Joining in solidarity. But yeah, we cracked 1330. And now we're on to 1340. We're coming for you, Philip DeFranco. We're coming for you. All right? Philly DeFranco does like 4 days a week, lazy. And he does news commentary. I call it newsmentary. And that's what we do here on the live. We bring you weird stuff with takes that you're not going to hear anywhere else. Philly DeFranco isn't calling out Dave Grohl for being soft rock. Sorry, he ain't doing it. And if he does start to do it, you know where he got it. And Philly, by the way, if you're watching, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell. All right, did we get that out of the way? Because we got to talk about values testing. Did you read this article? It's fucking weird. It is so weird. I mean, I get immigration is like a hot topic, but and I'm not taking any stance on any kind of immigration. I'm just talking about the process and what might be added to it in Canada. There was an article, and again, I put all the links to these articles down in the description. So if you want to follow along or you want to play at home, does Philly DeFranco do that? Does he put the links in the description? Because I do that. They're down below, and you could read it. But values testing, what is that? I saw that in a headline, and we're going to talk about Jurassic Park 4 and Julian Assange getting freed. But values testing is like one of the weirdest words ever. It's got to be it's going to be Merriam-Webster's dictionary word of the year, because I don't think I've ever heard that in my life. That's got to be a new term, values testing. What does that mean? Well, turns out it means exactly what it sounds. They're testing you for what your values are, which is the fucking craziest thing on, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse, which is the craziest batshit weirdest thing ever. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. It's nuts. Because anyone can say they believe anything at any time. Okay? It's just like that archaic procedure of putting your hand on a Bible and swearing to tell the truth, or just raising your hand and swearing to tell the truth. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest concept in the history of concepts. And we're going to values test you. And what I'm talking about, JM Studios, what is going on? Is that the Fallout guy? That's got to be the Fallout guy. Just learned about Fallout because Fallout joined Fortnite. And I started watching that series. I watched like the part of the first episode, and I don't understand any of it. Maybe I have to watch more of the first, like the second episode or something. But I don't know if it's for me. And is anybody watching the Game of Thrones sequel? Game of Dragons? Dragon House, whatever it's called. It's a weird show. I haven't watched. Is the second episode out? I haven't watched it. Anyways, what is up, JM Studios? Good to see you. See, people hit the notification bell. So when you hit subscribe, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed. We're going on to 1340. But hit the notification bell so you can get up in the chat. So values testing. I guess in Canada they're polling a bunch of kids, Gen Z, Gen Millennial, Gender Studies, whatever they're studying. in polling, and they're saying, yeah, we wouldn't be against values testing the immigrants coming into Canada. And then I was curious, like, who's coming into Canada? I figured it'd be a lot of Americans. Turns out I was wrong. It's a lot of people from India and China. But values testing, like, who, you know what I mean? If you want to immigrate to somewhere and they're like, hey, we want to make sure your beliefs align with our country's. They don't want people to discriminate against minority groups. That's the basis of this values testing article, that they want to make sure, like, Canadians are very open and friendly and, you know, say sorry a lot. And I'm good friends with a Canadian, a hockey player that I get to work with. It's like my brother. Do I like sushi? Is this one of those, like, do you like apples things, JM Studios? I say yeah, and then you slam a piece of paper on the wall and say, I got a number. How do you like that sushi? Because I'm hesitant to answer. I don't mind sushi. It's not my favorite thing. But, you know, good sushi. You know, like the stuff you find at 7-Eleven. Anyways, so Canadians, wicked friend. Like, the Canadians I know are some of the most kind-hearted, loving, just good people. They're just good folks. Maybe I haven't met too many Canadians, but the few that I do know are rad people. Like, I really love them. I love them with all my heart, the Canadians I do know. Even though that country banned me for 7 years, you get one arrest for fighting and you get kicked out of the country. Jesus. They take this stuff serious, though. You got to respect that. So they're very open. So they're talking about potentially values testing people when they come to immigrate to Canada to see if their beliefs align. And I thought that's the dumbest thing, because if Godzilla existed, goddamn JM Studios, you're asking good questions. If Godzilla existed, what would you do? I'm going to take a sidebar from the live stream. Apologies to everybody that's watching, because JM Studios in the chat is asking excellent questions. I ponder if Godzilla existed all the time. In fact, when I go to the beach, I think I have a short on my YouTube channel of me filming the ocean saying, come on, Godzilla, rise. So I pray for him to come, and I hope he destroys the financial district first. Wall Street and all that. What would I do? I don't know, try to ride him. You know what I mean? Cheer him on. What does he eat? My son loves Godzilla, and I always ask, what does Godzilla eat? Can any JM Studios, do you know, what does Godzilla eat? Riddle me that, Batman. Because I've never seen him eat in any movie. It's not like he's eating the other kaijus or titans or people. He's just destroying stuff. What the does Godzilla eat? Does he eat lava? I really can't figure this out. So James, he eats nuclear rate. Does he really, like, how do you eat radiation? Or does he absorb it so he doesn't actually chew food? I'm in the wrong paradigm. He eats nuclear radiation. And is that from, like, a graphic novel, or is that the lore behind him? Because if that's true, I have to tell my son. Because I'm always asking him, he's like, shut up, Dad, we don't know. Or maybe he knows, and he just tells me to be quiet because he thinks I'm being irritating. But I'm genuinely curious. Like, I've never seen Godzilla eat, not once. And does he poop? You know, if he's eating all that nuclear radiation, you got to figure it's coming out like a nuclear bomb. Sidebar over. Great question, JM Studios. And that's the other reason why this channel is much better than Philly DeFranco's, because I'm going live and I will take these questions as they come in, as long as they're as good as JM Studios. What's up, Gen F? Like, he breathes, and when he breathes, the radiation goes into his mouth, but he has to be, like, right on top of those nuclear plants. No, you were acting. You'll see. Now you're making me question you. I don't know if he eats nuclear radiation. I'm gonna look this up. You know what? Let's discuss this on tomorrow's live, because I can't look it up right now. But I think this is important. Because when Godzilla eventually does ravage the earth, you know, I want to know what he eats, so I could be like, "Come here, boy," and throw him a snack. I mean, because if Godzilla rose from the ocean, like, every time I go to the beach, I pray. I sit there and meditate on Godzilla popping, bursting through the ocean and just coming to destroy everything. It would be amazing. He eats metal. He eats meat too. See, now you're all over the place, JM. Sorry, buddy. If you had left it at the nuclear radiation, I would have absolutely believed it, but now you're trying to sell me on it, and I'm sorry to say you're not the authority. on this, and we're gonna get to the answer. We will. I would believe he eats metal. I've just never seen. Like they should have that in one of these movies. They're doing all these great movies with him and Kong. They should have him at some point just chomping on a building like Godzilla hungry. I don't think that's how he sounds. He probably has a tiny voice, like meep. He probably does a meep meep. We're gonna get to means testing. Not what's means testing. Value testing. Jesus. But this is important stuff. No, I'm a fan. It's because several films released over the years have something different. One film he eats fruit, the other radiation, the other metal. All right, I believe you then. I would love to see him eat fruit. That would be adorable. And if he eats fruit, then you know some of us that are in the know, you and me, JM, we're going to be safe because he's going to be hungry. And if we're throwing pineapples at that guy, Gen F, I can't believe I just Googled this, but he does feed off radiation. What do you mean you can't believe it? What are you saying? The people that are Googling during the day, what does Godzilla eat? Or something wrong with us? Because I'm going to do that later. And that's what I mean. I believe the radiation thing. Because isn't he like always dormant? Godzilla is usually like near the center of the earth, dormant, like absorbing radiation to re-energize. But then, you know, like that once that energy expelled, he's got to have some kind of like discharge, you know, not to be crass, but, you know, it can't all be expelled through his actions. There has to be some kind of waste. If he were real, I want him to feed on garbage so the planet wouldn't be polluted. Listen, if he was real, you'd have more to worry about than pollution, because the second he stood on land, things would be destroyed. I would pray and we would try to direct him. That's what I mean. We would leave a trail like E.T. You leave the Reese's Pieces. You leave a trail of fruit to the financial district. So he destroyed Wall Street. And it'd be like, good boy, Godzilla. Come on, boy. But I'm proud of you, Jen. You know, you're confirming what JM says, and this is what this is all about. We're getting to the answers. This is why this channel, I mean, I can't believe we're not bigger than Philly DeFranco yet. It's hard to believe, but we're getting there. We're going to crack 1340. And then at some point, we're going to surpass Philly DeFranco, and he's going to look back and go, what did I screw up? And we're going to go, well, you weren't going live, number one. And number two, do you know what Godzilla eats? Because we figured it out. And everybody loves Godzilla, except his enemies, you know? Apple Godzilla without normal running around and destroying things is like, wow, my God, he destroyed everything like that. But no, releasing his atomic breath, it was already the world. I wrote it wrong. I'm like, that makes no sense. If you're being attacked by Godzilla, press 1 in the chat. Are you okay? Yeah, I love Godzilla talk, and my son won't entertain too much of it with me. I gotta be honest. I think he thinks I'm being sarcastic, but see, JM, you get it. I asked you, and you rattled it off, and I'm excited to tell my son when I get home. Because I'm like, these are the things. I watch this, and I'm like, Godzilla is destroying so many kaijus. The guy's got to be starving. What does he eat? You never see him take a break. I mean, most movies, sometimes you've seen people eat, you know. But like, you know, Jurassic Park, one of the rare movies where you see somebody taking a poop, and then he gets eaten by the T-Rex. Which, by the way, other news, values testing, let's skim through it because this Godzilla stuff is way more important. Values testing, Canada's thinking about doing it. They're polling people. Just means like, do their beliefs align with Canada's? And I say that's stupid, Canada. Prime Minister Trudeau, if you're watching, hit subscribe and the notification bell. But that's dumb. Anybody can fake it. They could just say, yeah, we agree with you, Canada. Do better. Get better minds on this. Back to Godzilla. JM Studios. Godzilla wasn't going to attack here, right? He was going to attack Japan. Who's going to attack the United States? He was going to be King Kong. King Kong is human's friend. Kong is the human protector from the latest Godzilla series, that I believe. He was the protector. And then Scar King was the gnarly one. I didn't pay close attention, though, I gotta be honest. My son knows some of the lore. And that's why when I ask, by the way, there's a Jurassic Park 4 coming out. They're calling it Jurassic World 4 if you read the link that I put in the description. But then in the article, they say this is nothing to do with Jurassic World. It's not Jurassic World 4. It's actually the 4th installment of Jurassic Park, which I go, then correct your fucking language. Why are you calling it Jurassic World 4? Just call it Jurassic Park 4, because there are 3 Jurassic Parks. And Scarlett Johansson's going to be in it. She's going to be the main character. I don't know what her role is. They're keeping it under wraps. But I love that we're in a day and age where the Jurassic Park movies keep going. Whether you think they're good or bad, kids that love dinosaurs, like when I was in the 2nd grade or 3rd grade, I love dinosaurs. And to grow up and just witness my son get to see this unreal computer graphic, era of movies is just super cool. So keep an eye out for Jurassic Park 4. I put that in the description too. And real quick, before, if we get into more, Jesus, how long? I don't know how long I can keep doing the Godzilla talk, because I wanted to talk about Julian Assange. I don't know if that's as important though, because figuring out this Godzilla stuff, we'll all look back at this live stream when Godzilla does arise from the ocean, and we'll go, it's a good thing we figured this out. We were prepared. Not many people. There's a lot of people that live in bunkers or have bunkers and have cans, but what good is a bunker when Godzilla steps on it? You know what I mean? We want to know what he's attracted to, what he likes to eat. Does he poop? How often? Because that's when you got to break. If you're going to get out of town, you got to wait till he's got to poop. It might take him a long time. He's sucking up all that nuclear radiation. JM Studios, if you were in your car and saw a T-Rex breaking the fence of your neighbor's house, what would you do? If I was in my car, that's tough, because the movement of your vehicle is going to attract the T-Rex. So unless you're going to put it at a crawl and pray to God it doesn't look at you, we know, right? Their vision is based on movement. We all learned that from the first one. But it's not like you can outrun it, especially depending on the car, right? The T-Rex can plow through anything. Trees, branches, fences, houses, nothing's stopping them. So unless you got a car that can really have some pickup, the beast that I'm rocking is, we're topping out at 80. And I think 80 would be enough to get away. Maybe enough. But yeah, listen, I love my neighbors. I help my neighbors all the time. I'm helping somebody this week. I help them in the winter. Not to pat my own back, just to say, I do love my neighbors, because this next statement is going to be shocking. But I'm getting out of there, okay? I see a T-Rex anywhere. I'm scared of emus. JM Studios, do you know what an emu is? It's a living dinosaur. These birds have raptor toes. There's one at this farm in the town I live in. The farm, or maybe it's the next town over. I forget what town it is. But there's a farm where you can go in the fall, pumpkins, and in the summer, and pick stuff and all that. And they have an emu that roams a cage. And the bird is terrifying. And my kids love it, and everybody loves seeing it. And I'm like, I don't trust it. The eye of it, in the movies in Jurassic Park, when you see the raptor's eye and it looks around and then it figures out how to open the door, the emu has that eye. I'm certain of it. That emu is like, as soon as I figure out how to open this cage door, I'm killing everyone. So if I saw a velociraptor dancing on TikTok, I would just hit like. Be like, that is amazing. And JM Studios, here's the truth. I talked about this on a different live stream, and I believe I brought it up before, but there are billionaires right now. I wish I had the story in front of me. You can Google this, Gen F. Gen F is our Googler for today, and I appreciate you. Thank you. She's the one who's going to go Google and validate all the claims that we're making. But there is a billionaire who owns a company who is resurrecting the woolly mammoth. Now, not the exact replica woolly mammoth, but essentially it's like the genetic genomes of the woolly mammoth mixed with, I think, the Eurasian elephant. Jed, you are our validator, our Google validator for the day, and I'm very grateful you are here. We always need, see, this is what I mean. We need to get this channel as big as Philly D, bigger than Philly DeFranco's channel. So that way I can have Jen in the other studio. I bring her up on the camera and be like, Jen, what's it looking like over on Google? And she'd be like, doot. Turns out it's the company, the billionaire's name is da-da-da-da-da, and he is resurrecting the woolly mammoth. Because right now you got to take my word for it. But I promise you, I've studied this. My son is excited. He's like, when do you get to see the woolly mammoths? And I'm like, hopefully never, because that's going to unleash a whole can of worms. Because as soon as they do that, they're going to take the emus, the emu, genetics, and they're gonna breed raptors, and then we're fucked. Like, as soon as there's raptors, we're all dead. Okay, I know everybody's excited to like resurrect ancient aliens and ancient dinosaurs, but as soon as one species, we go too far with one species, we're doomed. Like, there's no reversing it. And like Jeff Goldblum said, Jeff is a horrible actor, but anyways, he's so precocious. I don't like him, sorry. But like he said, life finds a way, and then we're doomed. Jen, I'm from Connecticut, heard a familiar accent and stopped by to listen. Jen, that's what I mean. Jen in Connecticut. She's the Google authority. We got to think of a better name. I'm sorry, this is off the cuff, but Jen, we're going to come up with an official title. And as soon as I have a better setup, we'll what's it called? Go live together. You can go live together on YouTube. We'll connect you in whenever we need. We'll be like, Jen, what does Google say? And she'd be like, well, Google's telling us that skibbity toilet. This is so funny. Now I wonder how old you are. Thando Jocks, there he is, up in the chat. You know Thando Jocks has hit the notification bell because that man actually respect my authority. Oh, you are my age, Jen. That is a blessing. So happy you got that. Me and my sister used to say that to each other all the time. Human beings cannot exist at the same time as dinosaurs. Oh, just you wait, CJ. One billionaire goes a bit too far. We have dinosaurs, and then you are correct. It will be like a brief. It will be like a blink of an eye that we all existed together. And people will try to put them in parks, and kids will want to see them, and then hell's going to break loose. And we're all, you know what? And we'll be live streaming. I'll be like, Jen, can you confirm? Can you go to Google and confirm how many deaths? And you'll be like, the death toll is rising. We're going to come up with a better title. JM Studios, you're definitely young, because Skibbity Toilet is something my son gets and likes and thinks is hilarious. So I checked it out, and I watched these series, and I thought, this is fucking crazy. Is this like AI generated, or did some madman come up with Skibbity Toilet? I still can't figure it out. Oh man, I wish, my son says that. I wish I could tap in to have Jen come live right now, because I'd be like, Jen, let's figure out who invented Skibbity Toilet, because I just feel like it's so demented. It has to be like some artificial intelligence machine learning. They're like, children laugh at toilets in heads and toilets. From 25 years of America's Funniest Home Videos, anybody who got a swirly made them laugh. They also like violence. So I think it's a weird amalgamation. That there's a word there somewhere. I think it's a weird, Skibbity Toilet is just a weird thing that exists on the internet. I don't support it per se, but it makes kids laugh. So, you know, the laughter of kids is like my weakness. I'm sorry. If I hear my kids laughing, I'm like, you know, even if it's, this is where I get in trouble, because my wife's like, stop him. And I'm like, yeah, but listen to how hard he's laughing, you know? Looking like the Flintstones. Number one reason billionaires need to be highly taxed. Oh, amen, CJ. They got to, you know, if you're starting to look into resurrecting the woolly mammoth and not looking into like, well, maybe they went extinct for a reason, then yeah, you got too much money. God dang, this is such a fun live stream. I want to thank Jen for coming in. Thando Jocks, by the way, I didn't get to say what's up to Thando. Thando is the resident Jedi. He'll never admit it, by the way, for everybody who's new or just joining or just subscribing. Thando Jocks been here for a long time. He's never said what he does, and even if he does now, it's too late, Thando. He's just using a cover story. You don't have a name like Thando Jocks and not be a Jedi. He was born into this is the way, and I'm convinced that he's a Jedi. So just so everybody's aware, if you see him in the chat, Thando Jocks, 100% Jedi. He'll tell you, he'll be like, oh, I'm an astrophysicist. Bullshit. He's a Jedi. Uses the Force. Be careful. Okay? Good thing he's on our side. Who do you think would win, JM Studios? A Jedi or Godzilla? What if it was two Jedi? I'd give you two Jedis. Because I'll tell you what, if Jedis have a hard time with Darth Vader, I don't think they stand a chance against Godzilla. Not much could beat Godzilla. Let's be honest. I don't think anything has anything beaten Godzilla. I don't know. We'll have to get Jen on that. Um, Brazil versus America. Okay, I have to wrap this up. I feel so bad because I want to hang out, and I didn't go into much of like WikiLeaks. Julian Assange is free. He cut a deal, and they're flying him to an island north of Guam, some random island. But I think it's important that he's free because, again, he just exposed. He was a website for whistleblowers, and it's amazing what they try to hem him up. So it's good to see him free, and we'll follow up on that stuff. But yo, you good? Dr. P dead. Yeah, I'm good. How you doing, Dr. P dead? Good to see you. Please, everybody, that's the other thing, because I'm wrapping this up. Hit subscribe. I want to thank JM Studios, #1. Amazing questions throughout. JM, if you hadn't hit the notification, hit it. I'd like to see you back tomorrow. We'll do some more Godzilla talk. CJ, really good to see you. Dr. P did. Hey, man, choose 2 movie monsters. We'll do that tomorrow, because you're going to make me think. I can't just rattle off the back, or off the bat. And then Thando Jocks, good to see you. Jen F, really, really appreciate you helping us with the Google validation. Respecting my authority. Jen, respect my authority, Googler. So thank you guys so much. But tomorrow I'll be live again. I go live every weekday. If I have time, I'll jump on tonight, but I just don't think that's happening. I'm really trying to work on this video. It's been like a month, and I just can't get the video to where it needs to be. I need to release another video. I have this thing in the editing bay, and I just can't get it there. So I'm doing some work on that. But tomorrow, same time, same place. Jen, you're the greatest. Thank you so much. If you can stop by tomorrow, please do. And everybody who's here, if you have not, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. So when I go live, you'll get notified, because this is why I love live streaming. This is why I say, Philly D, you're doing it wrong, bro. That's great, you record the news, but I'm telling you, going live is where it's at. Where else are you going to find out that Godzilla eats nuclear radiation? Validated by Jen, brought up by JM. CJ, original Jurassic Park was so cool because the dinosaurs were on an island. Separation, just coming back from a triple bypass at 48. Oh my God. Sending you good energies. You're going to be healed. So tell your kids, we respect your authority. CJ, sending you love and quick healing. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be healthy in no time. You are on the mend. We're already there. You are already in the wish fulfilled, on the mend. Sending you love. Everybody send CJ some love and healing. And you know what? Good time to throw on a movie. I'll tell you this. Kong v X Godzilla. Kong. The new Godzilla v Kong. Godzilla X Kong. Whatever letter, end of the alphabet letter is there. CJ, if you haven't watched that movie, it's fantastic. Great action. Great, cool, just a cool movie. And listen, I'll give you a good series. On HBO, I had to purchase it because I don't think they're playing it anymore. The Good Lord Bird with Ethan Hawke. Watch that. It's about my cousin, John Brown, who helped spark the Civil War. Yes, I am blood related to John Brown. I'm very proud of that fact. But Ethan Hawke does an amazing short mini-series on John Brown based on a book by, I forget who it is, and it's called The Good Lord Bird. So if you're incapacitated and you're just resting while you're healing because you're already healed and you're already healthy again, The Good Lord Bird, watch that. That is one of my favorite series of all time. So just a quick recommendation for you, because that will give you a day or two of watching. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Love each and every one of you, and please hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1340, and then we're taking over Philly DeFranco's spot in the news commentary genre. All right, thank you guys. Peace.